Superman has had a lot of ups and downs in his movies, so today I'm ranking all 7 Superman movies. So I'm including Batman v Superman since that's obviously a Superman movie, he's in the freaking title. I'm not including Supergirl or the Richard Donner cut of Superman 2, as I did not want to watch them and don't have any intention to. With that out of the way, let's go. Number 7, Superman 4: The Quest for Peace. This is probably my least favorite superhero movie ever. It's stupid, bricks come out of Superman's eyes, the acting is bad, and the effects look absolutely terrible. Seriously, it's probably the worst effects I've seen in any movie ever. Don't watch Superman 4. If this movie had a face, I would punch it. And probably burn it. That's how awful this movie is. Number 6, Superman 3. Alright, let's see what I remember about this one. It was stupid, there was pointless comedy, and it sucked. That's all I can remember. Number 5, Man of Steel. Look, this movie has been talked to death, and I guess I have the same opinion as everyone else. The movie is too dark, there's too much destruction, you've heard it all before, but it's pretty true. When I saw this movie in cinemas, the dark tone and destruction were my biggest complaints, and I didn't even hear any reviews at that point. That said, there are good things about this movie. The casting was spot on, I liked the flashbacks to Superman in his childhood, and the action, although really exaggerated, was really entertaining. Yes, I can just recommend this movie. Number 4, Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. Alright, I already have a review for this movie, there's a link in the description. Here's the main points. Ben Affleck's Batman and Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman are great. The cinematography is beautiful, the action is good, but as for the negatives, the villains are terrible. Jesse Eisenberg's Lex Luthor is so weird, and Doomsday is just forced into the movie. There's no character motivation behind anyone, and the film's a bit all over the place. Look, if you want to watch a superhero movie to just entertain you, even if the story makes no sense, I can easily recommend it, but if you want a movie with a high quality script and story, this isn't the movie for you. Number 3, Superman Returns. Even though I probably enjoy Batman v Superman more, Superman Returns is a better made movie. It's not perfect, but there's some pretty great stuff in this movie. It balances out the tones perfectly, not too silly and not too dark. The acting is pretty good, I like the casting, and the effects look pretty great for a movie that came out 10 years ago. The movie has some great scenes, such as when Superman catches that plane. The problem with this movie is that it's too long and too slow. Every time there are characters talking, it just feels bland, and is definitely the movie's lowest point. The story is also pretty dumb. Like, how does Lex Luthor make an island out of kryptonite? That makes no sense. There are cliches and all that. Overall, the tone is really good and Superman's character is perfect, but the script is pretty bad. If you want a good continuation of the Superman series, I can recommend it, but don't expect anything phenomenal. Number 2, Superman 2. Alright, some people think this movie is really mediocre and isn't nearly as good as the first, but I have to disagree with that. The movie is really fun, the villains fit with the movie and the tone, the cast are great, just like in the first one, and the fight between General Zod and his team, even though it's really corny, was a pretty fun scene. As for the negatives, some of the special effects look great, but some of them don't hold up, and Lex Luthor really doesn't need to be in this. But those are my only complaints. I don't understand why some people think this movie is just meh. I really enjoyed it. I recommend it, especially if you like the original. Number 1, Superman the movie. Look, I know this movie is really cheesy and corny, and people don't like it for that, but I think that adds to the charm of the movie. Also, the special effects are great for the time, although some of it doesn't hold up. The music by the legendary John Williams is great. Gene Hackman plays an awesome Lex Luthor, and Christopher Reeve is the perfect Clark Kent / Superman. The movie is undeniably a classic and showed everyone comic book movies could work, and this is why we have so many today. So, that's my ranking of the Superman movies. Subscribe, I guess. That's usually how every video ends nowadays, so whatever, subscribe, yay.